Hi everyone, I'm not Whelm, and this is Awaria, the story explained. In Awaria, you take on the role of Ula Ustrika, a plucky tunnel runner working in a dangerous, ghost-infested underworld. Her job is simple on paper: fix shield generators to keep them operational. But the reality is much darker. Hostile ghosts hunt the tunnels, each tied to a tragic past. As you progress, it becomes clear that Awaria isn't just about survival. It's about confronting grief, guilt, and the bonds that we leave behind. Ula's day-to-day life is a chaotic blend of dodging attacks, making repairs, and trying to win over ghosts who want her dead. It's frantic, funny, and at times surprisingly heartfelt. But the deeper you go into the tunnels, the more the game peels back its layers, revealing the emotional weight behind each character. The story begins with Ula taking on her shift, armed with little more than her wits, a drone, and a whole lot of pudding pies. These aren't ordinary tunnels, they're a dumping ground for people who need to disappear. But Ula volunteered for this job. But why? That's just one of the mysteries that unfolds as the game progresses. Each ghost in Awaria has its own tragic backstory. Zamora, for example, was electrocuted in tunnels and now wields electricity as her weapon. Nikita's fiery temper reflects her death by flames, and Cutwire's eerie split form mirrors her gruesome fate with an automatic door. These ghosts aren't just enemies, they're remnants of a past that refuses to be forgotten. As Ula fights to keep the generators operational, she starts building strange relationships with the ghosts. She kisses them on the cheeks to neutralize their aggression, something that leads to a mix of comedic and heartfelt moments. But just as you start to settle into the rhythm of repairs and dodges, the game makes a dramatic turn. In Chapter 10, the story shifts. Ula goes missing and you take control of Yaga, her tough-as-nails boss. Yaga isn't just a replaceable protagonist, she brings her own unique style to the game. With an invincible dash and years of experience, she powers through the tunnels with brutal efficiency. But Yaga's story reveals a lot about the harsh realities of the tunnels. Most runners don't survive more than a week. Yaga has been at it for 20 years, and it shows in her heart and demeanor and her reliance on alcohol to cope. Her journey to find Ula leads to a climactic showdown with Dr. Striga, a ghost who embodies the mechanical horrors of the tunnels. But just when it seems like the story might end with Yaga's victory, Ula returns for one final chapter. The last chapter is a thrilling combination of everything Awaria has built up. Ula, now possessed by Zamora, combines her agility with Zamora's electrical powers to take down Striga once and for all. It's a chaotic bullet hole sequence that puts all your skills to the test. And when the dust settles, Ula and Zamora share a bittersweet moment of triumph, hinting at a deeper connection between them. Let's talk about how Awaria wraps up. The game doesn't have multiple ending branches, but its conclusion leaves a lasting impact. After defeating Striga, Ula and Zamora escape the tunnels together. The art book reveals that the two go on to become famous for taking down powerful wraiths, while Yaga continues to manage the tunnels. Her experience a testament to survival against all odds. But the game offers more for dedicated players who take on the challenge of hard mode. After completing hard mode, you unlock access to the full bonus gallery. This gallery is a treasure trove of insights and extras, from stunning artwork and character bios to behind-the-scene details that flesh out the world of Awaria. It's a fantastic way to dive deeper into the lore and see the creator's vision for the game come to life. The gallery feels like a reward for those who brave the chaos of hard mode, offering fans a deeper appreciation for the game's story, characters, and artistry. One of the most compelling aspects of Awaria is how it blends fast-paced gameplay with deeply personal storytelling. The tunnels themselves feel like a metaphor for isolation and unresolved trauma, with the ghosts representing the weight of guilt and regret. Each ghost powers, Zamora's electric shocks, Nikita's fiery temper, and Cutwire's dual attacks are haunting reflections of their tragic deaths, as if they're forever tied to the pain that ended their lives. Ula's connection to Zamora hints at a past relationship, one that may have been cut short by tragedy. The art book subtly implies they may have been close, perhaps even romantically involved before Zamora's untimely death. This adds a bittersweet layer to their interactions, especially in moments when Zamora hesitates or softens towards Ula, almost as though she's fighting against her own ghostly instincts. Yaga's story adds another layer, showing the toll of endurance in the face of constant loss. She's been in the tunnels for 20 years, outliving most tunnel runners by decades. Her reliance on alcohol and her hardened demeanor suggests that survival comes at a cost. And then there's her relationship with Striga, which is left largely ambiguous. Was it love, a rivalry, or perhaps both? Their interactions are loaded with tension, and Striga's attacks feel more personal than any other ghost. Then there's the question of Ula's motivation. Why would anyone willingly take a job in the tunnels? A place so dangerous it's practically a death sentence. Perhaps she's running from something in her own life, escaping into a job where she can keep moving, keep fixing, without having to face her own demons. Or maybe she feels a responsibility to protect others from the horrors of the tunnels, knowing firsthand how destructive they can be. Finally, there's the game's ending. The escape from the tunnels and the post-game gallery seem to symbolize closure, not just for Ula, but for the ghosts as well. By defeating Striga and neutralizing the ghost, Ula confronts the traumas embedded in the tunnels. But the gallery adds a fascinating twist. Could it be a way to reflect on the lives and deaths? Or does it serve as a reminder that even in victory, the scars of the past remain? Awaria invites players to consider themes of redemption, survival, and the emotional weight of the connections we make, even with those who are no longer alive. Its fast-paced gameplay might be the hook, but its heart lies in the hauntingly human stories. Awaria is more than just a time management game. It's a story about survival, redemption, and the connections we make in the unlikeliest of places. Whether you're dodging attacks, fixing generators, or trying to figure out how to kiss a ghost on the cheek, every moment in this game feels meaningful. And with its blend of humor, heart, and high-stakes action, it's an experience that you won't forget. But which ghost was your favorite, and what do you think of Ula's journey? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more story breakdowns like this. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.